What's up, guys? Today we're talking about Kathleen Kennedy and Daisy Ridley having lunch together. Exciting. Now, before you click away, this is more important than you think. The last time that we heard about Kathleen Kennedy and Daisy Ridley having lunch together was back when Disney had just bought in Star Wars, and Kathleen was telling her that she will be the role of Rey in the sequel trilogy. So maybe this is just them two getting lunch together, or maybe this is something bigger. This could be her asking her to come back as Rey for maybe some future projects. Now, recently in the Star Wars realm, there's been some rumors of a Finn spin-off show. So a lot of people were pretty annoyed about Finn's story arc throughout the sequels. He did seem like this promising character in The Force Awakens, and then through The Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker, he was kind of just pushed to the side by the more major characters in Kylo Ren and Rey, and even Poe Dameron in The Last Jedi. But even still, in Rise of Skywalker, J.J. Abrams tried to convey that Finn has Force abilities. He doesn't know how to use them. He doesn't know what they are, but he knows that he has them. And this is pretty big because obviously we know Rey's probably going to try and start a Jedi temple and or try and create more Force users in the galaxy to keep the galaxy safe. I'm guessing, I really hope so. But would this include Finn? Would Finn be one of these Jedi that Rey would train? I really hope so, and I think that the answer is yes, especially if we're going to get a spin-off show for Finn. I'm assuming that it's going to be him training to become a Jedi, and maybe even going off with Rey around the whole galaxy like Luke did after Return of the Jedi, finding more Force Jedi artifacts. Now, I know a lot of people didn't like the sequels, but what would you guys think about the sequels being expanded upon? I mean, after 9, not like before 9 like Mando is doing, after 9 like Rey and Finn training or something along those lines. Would you guys like that? Tell me in the comments if you guys would like that, because I think it would be pretty cool, especially if it was just a Finn like spin-off show and it wasn't a whole nother trilogy or something. If it was just a show and it elaborated more on what Rey does post 9 and what Finn does post 9 and what happens really post 9, I think it would be great. I know a lot of people want to just get away from the Skywalker saga. They want to go thousands of years in the future, thousands of years in the past, and I know what they're trying to do with the High Republic, but I think there's still some stuff to be worked out here. Obviously in the Mando timeline, which is going to be cool, and then in the Obi-Wan Kenobi timeline there, in between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope, I think there's some good stuff that needs to be planned out. So although I do think that probably movies, for the most part, are going to be done for the Skywalker saga, and I think maybe if we do see another trilogy in the future, it will be thousands of years after or thousands of years before the Skywalker saga. I think we're going to get plenty of TV shows, Disney Plus shows, about the Skywalker saga in between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens, and in between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope. And now hopefully after 9, I hope we get to see what happens to Rey and Finn and Poe and the whole entire galaxy after Rise of Skywalker. But again, tell me what you think in the comments below. This is just Kathleen Kennedy and Daisy Ridley getting lunch, and that could just be what it is. She could just be like, oh, I'm in town. You want to go get some lunch? And then some reporter saw them and was like, oh my god, they're having lunch. Or it could be, hey, you want to come back as Rey? We got some more Star Wars to tell. Which would be pretty cool. I mean, say what you will about this sequel trilogy, more Star Wars is never a bad thing. At least I don't think, because all Star Wars is good to me. All Star Wars is great. All Star Wars is Star Wars. Quick shout out to a new comic book series that came out over the summer, The War of the Bounty Hunters. It is it's a 5-book series with a alpha edition, so 6 book series. It is all about Boba Fett having Han and Carbonite in between Empire and Return of the Jedi. So there's a year or so in between those two movies, because obviously at the end of Empire, Luke gets his hand chopped off and gets pretty much destroyed by Darth Vader. But then, when he comes into Jabba's palace in Return of the Jedi, he is a full Force Jedi Knight. So he's got some training, so there's a big time gap in between there. But Han Solo doesn't make it to Jabba's palace without any complications, let's say. I'm going to definitely be doing a series on each individual comic as they play out. It is a very great comic series. If you are into the Star Wars comics, this is a great storyline. You get so many characters that we know and love that return or are in the same place at the same time. You see Vader, you see Leia, you see Lando, you see Chewie, you see Luke, you see Boba, you even see Lady Kiara. It is pretty sick. She is awesome. To bring back her would be amazing, especially if they do it in live action in the Book of Boba Fett. And I think that's why they gave out this War of the Bounty Hunters, because it is supposed to be teasing towards the Book of Boba Fett, which I really hope we see this girl right here, Lady Kiara, because now she is the leader of the Crimson Dawn, and it is awesome. And another cool thing that I just picked up recently is the Star Wars Rise of Skywalker Visual Dictionary. It is pretty cool, and it's not just about the Rise of Skywalker, it's about the whole sequel trilogy. It gives the background of the First Order and the background of the Resistance, and it really kind of tries to fill in the gaps of the 30 years between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens, and what happened to Leia, and why the New Republic failed, and how the First Order came to be. And I'll definitely be making videos on that, and it is just really cool. So stay tuned for videos for that. Subscribe, hit the bell so that you can get notifications for that. Please hit a like if you liked this video, and may the Force be with you always.